off with our day of the week and our date because I think it's really important to remember where we're at in our week and in our month. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so our day of the week is, let's see if you can see this with my beach behind me. It's, which one begins with, it's Monday, isn't it? Our day of the week is Monday. I'm going to have to take my awesome beach down behind me because I don't know if all of you can see our word here, and that's the most important part. So we are in Monday today, and you'll notice that all of our days of the week have the word day at the end of them, don't they? Every single one of them. So keep that in mind. You already have part of the word. You already know part of the word. If you remember that all of them have day at the end. And then we are going to take a look at our exact date. So today is August 17th of 2020, or we can also say what? 2020, or we can say 2020, right, friends? We could also say 2020. So let's go over that one more time. Our month is August. Our day of the week is the 17th. That's our number day. And then we're in the year 2020 or 2020. Awesome. So some of you may already know that this is the month August. Keep that in mind. So we're going to take a closer look for this part of the week at the actual days of the week, okay? And we all know there are 7 days of the week, aren't there? We're going to go to our whiteboard and go through all of those days of the week. And then we're going to take a look at a video about those days of the week. So let's go over those days right now. We start off with which day? Which day do we start off with? Today is Monday, isn't it? Monday, and then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we have which day? Which day did we leave out? We left out Sunday, didn't we, friends? Oops. And now, if you'll take a look at all of these, they begin with what type of letter? They all begin with an uppercase, don't they? Or you might call that a capital letter. So they all begin with uppercase or capital letters. Every single one of them. I'm going to go through and underline those uppercase letters. The reason these are uppercase is because this is a specific name of a person, place, or a thing, isn't it? It's the specific name of a person, place, or a thing. So we need an uppercase or capital letter for those types of words, days, or things. Okay, we're going to stop now. We're going to go ahead and watch our video about the days of the week. Let's take a look at it. And friends, if there's ever a time when you're not able to if you're getting the Zoom screen and you're not able to see the video, if it's not your technology, it may be because it's not sharing correctly. So always let us know if you can't see it so we can make sure that on my end it's coming through. All right, let's go ahead to that video. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, let's go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are the days of the week. These are the days of the week. I can sing the 7 days, now I can sing by myself. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, let's go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are the days of the week. These are the days of the week. I can sing the 7 days. Now I can sing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hooray! Okay, so that's just a nice little way to get to that those days of the week in your head and you have hear that music with it. And that's the same for a lot of things, isn't it, friends? You pair a little movement and some music with the things that you need to remember. It's so much easier to remember that. So maybe that song will be in your heads for the rest of the day. You keep those days of the week in mind for tomorrow. Okay. We're going to move on now to our alphabet. Okay, so that we're going to be taking a look at the whole alphabet for at least the first few days of class, because I know there are some of us who really need to get those letters down who maybe don't have them yet. A lot of you do. A lot of you know the whole alphabet, but some of us still need to work on a few of those letters. So we're going to keep reviewing just so we keep those in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to go to our whiteboard and type our whole alphabet out. So let's get rid of these days of the week and take a look at our entire alphabet. Now you're going to notice that I'm going to only be focusing on the lowercase letters when I type this alphabet, and that is because you usually only see lowercase letters in words. The only time we're going to see uppercase letters is when you have the specific name of a person, place, or a thing, okay? Otherwise, you're always going to have lowercase. So I like to type the alphabet out in lowercase. And we'll take a look at uppercase letters when they come upon us in particular words, like the days of the week. But otherwise, we're going to look at lowercase. So our first letter is A. We have B, C. A lot of you know this. D, E, F. What's our next letter? G, H, I. What's next, friends? What comes after I? What comes after I? It's J. I saw J out there. K, L, M, N, O, P. And then we have what? Sayani says Q, R, S, T, U. Isaac and Andrew know this. V, W, X, Y. And what is that last letter? How about everyone knows the last letter of the alphabet? Oh yeah, a bunch of you do. Joanna knows it. The last letter is Z, isn't it? So for those of you who didn't know, the last letter is Z. Oh yeah, I'm seeing lots of Z's. So that is our alphabet. Now we're going to go to a video, put a little music with it that talks about the alphabet letters, but it also is going to talk about the sounds of those letters and some words that go with those sounds. So it's kind of a fun way to review these letters and sounds. Actually, friends, we're going to go back to that whiteboard for a second because I want to go over something before we listen to our song here. There are different types of letters in the alphabet, and there are some letters that are called consonants, right? And some that are called vowels, aren't there? I've seen some of you mentioning vowels. We'll take a look at vowels after the video. But I want to underline those vowels right now for that video, before we take a closer look at them, because I want to tell you what the letters that aren't vowels are called. Let's see if you remember. I just said it, but we're going to talk about that a little more. So we have A, E, I, O, and U that are vowels, but what are those other letters called again? I just said that big long word. What was it? It was consonants, wasn't it? All of the letters except for the vowels, are called consonants. So every single letter that is not a vowel is a consonant. So take a look just quickly at all the letters that are not underlined, and remember, put it in your brain. Those are called consonants. Okay, now we're going to go to our video. Consonants. It's a big, long word, isn't it? You know what, friends, we're going to have to let this one show up. We're not going to watch it, but it's going to play for us if we don't, stop it. It's going to play for us while we're trying to tell. You don't want to watch that one. So, okay, we are going to go back to, actually, we're not, friends. We're going to stay in this board. We're going to go back to the whiteboard. We're actually going to stay on this board for a minute because I want to take a look at those vowels. So when I think about the vowels, A, E, I, O, and U, I have how many? I have A, E, I, O, and U. I have 5 special letters, don't I? Very special letters. All words have at least one vowel. Sometimes they have 2, sometimes they have 3. Okay? So they're so important, and it's so important to know those vowels by heart and to have those sounds memorized. So this week we're going to be taking a look at the short sounds only. We're not going to look at the long sounds really this week, okay? Short sounds only, and we're going to start that off today. First, I want to show you a way that I remember the vowels, and I've taught lots of my students in the past to remember the vowels, and that is by clapping with each vowel, okay? So kind of get that clap rhythm in your head, helps to remember those vowels. I know a lot of you are telling me you know the vowels, and that is awesome. There are still a lot of us who don't know the vowels yet. We don't know those letter names, and we don't know those sounds. So we're going to be going through those every day, okay? Let's start off. Let's clap those vowels. Ready? A, E, I, O, U. Let's do it one more time, friends. Here we go. Ready? A, E, I, O, U. And I do see that some of you are telling me whys about. We're not going to really go into why this week because we're kind of just getting everyone started with vowels. So why can be a vowel sometimes, but this week we're going to count it as a consonant, okay? Why sometimes at the end of words is a vowel. It makes a long vowel sound. I like to say it copies another letter sound. So sometimes Y copies the long E sound, and sometimes it copies the long I sound. But we're not going to take a look at any long vowel sounds this week. So yes, Y can be a vowel sometimes, but this week we're sticking with those 5 main ones, which are A, E, I, O, and U. I do have some flashcards I want to take a look at that we're going to probably practice every single day, okay? And we're going to start it by saying the letter name, the picture name, and then we're going to make the short sound. So let's do that right now. And you could always make some of these for yourselves at home if you don't have any. You could make some, you could even draw the picture, friends. If you don't have a picture of an apple or something that begins with the A sound, you could draw that picture. And you can put it on, you can put this on some paper just like I have. And then I'm just using they're like popsicle sticks or they're craft sticks, okay? I glue this paper onto those sticks. It's a great way to practice vowels. It's a great way to practice consonants or just even words. It's a fun way to do that. So just a little idea for you of ways that you can do some extra practice this school year. Okay, let's start with this one more time. A, apple, A. So A short sound is A, isn't it? We have E, elephant, and what is the short sound for E? It's A. Put that in your throat. A. Good. E. Let's go to I, igloo, I. What's that short sound for I again? I. Good. Let's hold up there. Nice and close. Let's go to O. O, and what is this a picture of? Who knows what that is? Octopus, right? O, octopus, ah, ah. Perfect. So that short sound for O is ah, ah. Good. And then we have, the last one is U. U, umbrella, ah, ah. Let's try that one more time. U, umbrella. And then what is our short sound for U? I hope that you're saying this at home. It's ah, ah, isn't it? Good. Now, it would be helpful if you can have for future classes or maybe even during we'll take a 5-minute break today. So maybe during that 5-minute break halfway through, it would be helpful if you had some paper and a pen or a pencil or a crayon, or if you have a dry erase board, you could utilize that. We're going to be doing some writing this week, okay? So if you could have some tools that could help you with writing the things down that I'm going to be writing for you on my whiteboard, that would be awesome. You can even practice writing these vowels down, okay? If you don't have those materials, that's okay. Just watch, just listen, keep those ears open, okay, and that brain ready, and you can follow along that way as well. But if you want to get into practicing some of our writing with us, okay, it would be awesome if you had some tools to do that with. All right, so let's keep going here, right on into our word families. So we're going to be talking about a lot of word families this week. Some of you may already know what a word family is, right? Some of you have learned that. Some of you have learned about rhyming words already, okay? We're going to be doing a lot of that this week. So a word family it's just a group of words that belong to the same family. And when I say family, I mean that they all end with the same last 2 or 3 letters, okay? They all end with the same last 2 or 3 letters, and they all rhyme with each other. So words that are part of the same word family, just like we're part of a family, right? They all rhyme. So you have something with family, and words have something in common. Words that are part of a word family have something in common with their family too, okay? They all rhyme. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at our first word family, okay, of our week, and it's going to be am. Okay, so am is actually a word too, isn't it? Yeah, am is a word, but it's also it can also be the ending of lots of other words. So let's get rid of this whole alphabet here, and we are going to talk about the word family am, okay? So let's start off by writing am at the top of my board here, am. So we have the word am, don't we? But we're not going to stop there. We're going to be adding some beginning sounds to am to make tons of other words. So some of you know this already, and that's okay. But a lot of you might not. So we're going to go over it. I like to put a box. Let's use a different color, friends. I like to put a box around my word family. So I'm going to put a box around, oh goodness, let's try that again. We're going to put a box around the word am, okay, and then we're going to use this as our word family. So let's take a look at some words that end with am, with am. How about the word, how about the word ha, ha, ha? What beginning sound is that? What letter is that? We have ha as our sound, and our letter is H, isn't it? So how about H-A-M? What word do we have? Now, some of you are thinking, I don't know what word that is. I'm not really sure how to figure out what a word is, right? Let me box in my am, my A and my M to show us that they're all part of the same family. We're going to talk about how we can figure out what a word is if we're not sure how to figure it out, right? So we know that words are made up of sounds, right? We know that words are made up of sounds. So this one has h, 1, a, 2, m. 3 sounds, doesn't it? I'm going to put 3 dots underneath of each sound in this word. 1 dot per sound, okay? So I have 1 dot per sound. So I'm going to make each of those sounds as I read my word, okay? So, am, very good. Am is our word. So some of you were able to figure that out, weren't you? And some of you, change this here, something a little more interesting. Some of you might just be getting the hang of it. So you're going to tap, you can tap these words too. You can tap these sounds. So, ha, One tap per sound. H and m. H and m. I like to give it a little line. Ham. So let's try it again. H and m. Ham. Very good. So that's another way that you can help yourself figure words out. You might want to get some movement involved, friends, and that is helpful too. Let's make another am word. Let's make ourselves another am word. So we have a ham. How about j, j, j? I don't like to eat this on my ham, but I do like to eat it on toast or bagel sometimes. We have ham, and now I'm gonna make a j, j, j at the beginning. That's my beginning sound in this word is j, 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 j. Yeah, what a word this is. I bet a lot of you are figuring out what word this is right now, aren't you? Make those sounds. J, yeah, Oh, my dots are big enough. Let's try it again. J, yeah, jam, jam. Perfect. You friends are doing such a good job. Let's box in that A and M because we have to make it part of this am family here. So far we have 2 am words, don't we? We have 2. We have, let's use our heart stamp. We have ham and we have jam. Okay, and remember, if you're having a little trouble figuring out what these words are, that's okay. It's a natural part of reading. Okay, we all have to get the hang of it before we're able to just say those words with no problem. Okay, that's called fluency, when we can say them with no problem. They just kind of flow out as we read them. But that takes a while. It takes practice. So if you're just getting the hang of this week, if you really work hard, you're going to be able to get some fluency to your reading. Okay, you're going to get a lot of words under your belts this week. If you're writing them down so that you can practice them after class is over this week, it's going to be so helpful. I tell students it's fun. Maybe if you have a notebook or you can paperclip or staple some sheets of paper together, you can make your own word family booklet. Okay, and then you have that available for your learning this year. Wherever you're learning, you have that available. You can get it out at home when you're after your virtual classes and take a look at it and review. Okay, and think, I know that word. We went over that word in my other class. Okay, you figure it out. Remember, you're tapping of these words or just making each sound of each letter. Okay, and putting them together. I like to say you smash those sounds together to make those words. Okay, so we have ham, jam, and then let's make another one. How about pup, pup, pup? Now this is the name of someone. This word will be the name of someone. So I'm going to need to use what kind of letter at the beginning. The first letter of a name always begins with, is it lowercase or uppercase? Is it a lowercase or an uppercase that I need to begin this with? I see someone saying uppercase, and that is exactly right. Okay? Tiana, that's right. Uppercase is what we need to begin with. So we're going to make an uppercase P. Okay, here we go. Oops, we're not making it out of hearts, are we, friends? That'd be kind of tricky. We'll try that another time. Right now we're going to write it, though, just with our good old pen. So uppercase P, A, M. What word do we have? Uppercase P, A, M. Let's get our dots underneath. Pup. And, what is that word? Am. It's Pam, isn't it? It's the word Pam. Awesome. All right, let's put a box around that am, A and M, okay? And take one more look at it. So I'm going to box in my word family here. Pam, Pam. Pam, let's get our line underneath too. Pam, Pam. Good. So if you don't need to make each of those sounds, okay, you're past that. You can just look at your beginning sound, right? You can just look at your P, pup, pup, and then make your am sound. Pup, am, Pam. So you really have 2 steps to that, don't you? And then you get to just looking at it and knowing it's Pam. So that's part of the process, friends. I actually have a video, an am video for you to put a little music and movement with our am family. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, okay? One sec, friends. Let's get it queued up for you. Here we go. Try that again, friends. Oops. Oh no, that happened again, friends. If you don't catch these videos, they move right on past me to the next one. So I have to be really careful when I stop these videos. So I did see, I just happened to see in the comments, some of you are saying that you can't hear me. I have my volume up as high as it goes, so I'm not sure what issue you might be struggling with. But it's definitely, I have mine on full blast here, so not sure. You might want to make sure your charge is up and just maybe refresh. That might help you out. So hopefully, a few of you can get that resolved. Okay, we are going back to our whiteboard. I see a lot of you mentioning 2 words that I have not gotten up on this whiteboard yet, okay? So I want to go ahead and address those. You're thinking ahead of me. You're going to get to them after the video, which we are, but I didn't know if any of you would be thinking about those. All right, let's take a look. We're talking about am. Let's get that up here. Let's get these up here so you can take a short break, a little 5-minute break, and stretch, get a drink, use the restroom, whatever you need to do, okay? Let's get the boxed in. So one of you said that we're missing the word yam, and we are. Yam is not a word we put up, right? That yummy food. Yam. Yam. Very good. Let's go ahead and box that in, okay? And hopefully you're able to write this at home with me and box yours in. And then we also have the word Sam, Sam. Now with Sam, I need what type of letter at the beginning? Because Sam is the specific name of someone. So I need an uppercase S, don't I? Sam. I need an uppercase S at the beginning of this. Nice. So Sam. Let's go ahead and box this in. Box it in. Okay. Awesome. You friends are doing such a good job. You know what, friends? We need to go ahead and give our brains a little kiss. Give it a little kiss. Tell it does a good job. You have to tell it. You have to remind your brain that it does a great job. You're working that muscle hard today, right? You have to let it know. Doing such a good job. Okay. So we have yam and we have Sam. Okay, friends, noticing we're halfway through our class, so we are going to each day take a 5-minute break. We're going to take 5, okay, 5 minutes, and allow you to get up and stretch and do what you need to do for a few minutes to get your brain back on track before we learn about another word family, okay? So go ahead, take that break. I will see you in 5 minutes. Clear off the board and write 5-minute break up here, okay? 5 minutes from now, so at 5 after. 5 after, I guess it's going to be a 3-minute break today, isn't it? Because we're already 2 after. So 3-minute break. Okay, so I'll see, but I'm going to see you at 5 after regardless. So 3-minute break. Take that break, do what you need to do, get those brains ready, and come back for another word family, and maybe some movement too. Maybe a dance song. Okay? Awesome. So you're doing such a good job. I'm so glad you were able to join us this week. There we go. Okay, friends, we are coming back. And we are going to get started again. So hopefully you're able to get up, stretch. During these breaks, you can do whatever you need to do, okay? If you need to use the restroom, get a drink, get a quick snack, grab some paper or a dry erase board to write with. That's a great time to do it, okay, when we take these breaks. So hopefully some of you were able to grab something to write with so you can do some writing with us, okay? Now we're going to come back to our main board for a second so you can see I have something behind me, don't I? I have a really gorgeous background behind me. Does anyone know? This is from a Disney movie. Does anyone know what I have behind me, or what movie the scene behind me is from? It's one of my favorite ones. Oh, I see it. Yes. Oh, good. So many of you are saying Moana. You must know your movies. Moana is a good guess. It is Moana, though. Safina, Neil, Amanda, nice job. It is Xenia, Danielle, nice job. It is, Sean, it is Beach, and it is from the movie Moana. Probably one of my very favorite Disney movies. I love them all, I think. I probably love them all, but Moana is so awesome. So I know all of us probably have our favorite, right? So I love the story in Moana, but I love the scenery, the Hawaiian scenery in Moana. So perfect. All right, we are getting back to business here. We're all coming back. I can see us all coming back from break. And we are going to get moving with a new word family, okay? So we were talking about am, and some of you were mentioning some more words, some more am words in the chat, and I did see that some of you have the name Sam, so that's pretty cool, right? Maybe some of you even have the name Pam or know someone named Pam, right? So we are going to take a look at some other words now, okay, that have a different word family. Let me get this up here for you. If you're able to write this down with me, awesome. If not, it's okay. Just follow along with us. Just watch, okay, and take it all in. We're going to do our new family, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of dancing too, okay? So those of you who've been in my classes before, who are just coming for your second or third round of this one again, know of some of the songs I like to play during my classes to get your brains moving, to get you wiggling a little bit. So we'll introduce you to one of those here in a minute. Let's take a look, though, first at an. So an is a word on its own, isn't it, friends? An is a word on its own, but we can also add beginning sounds to this word and make even more words, tons of words, okay? So an is our next word family. And I'll bet a lot of you, ooh, look at that. I'm gonna fix my box, friends, because I like to, when I don't do my best, I like to go back and I like to try again. And that is absolutely a-okay. We all do it. So I'm gonna rebox in my an, okay? Now we're gonna get some an words up here. So the first one is going to be, let's choose a different color. Let's do orange now, please. I wanna write the word an. So remember, if you're just getting started on your reading journey, make a sound for each of these letters as I write them, okay? And I'm actually, friends, going to go back and fix my A because it's not my best. So I'm going to remake my vowel, my A, okay? B, A, we're going to move our N a little closer. We don't want too much space between our letters and our words, because if we leave too much space, they don't look like words, do they? Watch. I'm going to write, real quick, I'm going to write my word but, and, van, but I'm going to space it out too much, okay? So if you take a look at this word right here, it's not a word, is it? That's not a word. That's just the letters B, A, and N, okay? They're not a word because they're too far apart. So we don't want to put them too close together so they're right on top of each other, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to write the letters like this, because then I can't read the word either, can I? It's too close together. We want to get a good space between them, okay? With my word over here. So we're going to put some of our sound dots underneath. And ban, isn't it? Ban is our word. So let's put a box around it. You don't want to forget about that word family box. Box in that A and N. Good. Ban. Okay, we're making another one. Let's try. This is a very popular word. I'm sure many of you know this one. Cup, and what's our word? Cup, and it's the word. Can, isn't it? Cup, and it's the word can, friends, isn't it? Let's get that can box in. So I hope you're able to box these in at home. We have the word can, and they rhyme, don't they? Can. Those are rhyming words. They have that same ending sound, don't they? Perfect. Can. How about the word fan? What letter comes at the beginning of the word fan? You're writing this down. Write that letter down right now. Okay. So we have, what letter making that sound? It's F, isn't it? F. A, N. We need and, don't we? We need A and N for this word fan. It's easy for me to figure out because I know that it rhymes with ban and can, right? So I know it must end with A-N. A and N. So all I really had to figure out was my beginning sound, what that letter was, and I know it's an F. Fan. Fan. Very good. Let's read these. Fan. Can. Fan. I'm going to do a little wordplay now, okay? If you're writing these, you don't need to erase anything in your word. I'm just doing it to save some space and to show you a little trick, okay? But if you're writing these, definitely line them up so you can see that they all have A-N, okay? You can see that pattern in all of these words. But what I'm going to do is take off this F. I'm going to take out our sound. I'm going to change it to a different letter. So I have my and boxed in there. It's still the same, but I want to change my beginning sound to J. Oh, it's a name. I'm going to need what kind of letter at the beginning. I'm going to have to change this one to an upper, or make this one an uppercase, aren't I? J. So I need an uppercase J. Don't I, friends? I need an uppercase J with that word. Jan. So some of you might know someone named Jan. I actually know someone named Jan. My mom's name is Jan. So I'm very familiar with Jan. Jan. Perfect. Okay, friends, I have a video. I have an and video for you. So we're going to stop and take a look at that. Give us some more. It'll give us some more ideas of and words. Okay. So let's take a look at it. Not that one. We'll get to that one in a minute. Here we go. Let's see some and words. that off before it tries to go into another one of the videos, right, friends? All right, so there were some words that we haven't gone over in that one, right? And we are going to take a look at some of those that we did not cover yet. So that song definitely gave me some ideas, and it also got a little tune in my head, didn't it? That I kind of remember those and words, so remembering that song. So pretty awesome. Yeah, van is one of them. Van is one of the words we have not put up here yet, and we are going to put up for everyone, just in case some of us don't know what letter makes that but sound. Because that's possible, right? That's possible. So let's go back to our whiteboard, okay? And let's clear off the words that we have, the and words that we have. I'm going to stick and back up here, though. And's a word on its own, but when we boxed it, we know it's the word family we're talking about here. Let's get our and boxed in. All right, so I know that if I think of my alphabet, the letter that makes that V sound is V, isn't it? V. And we saw this word in the video, van. I also can't believe that I forgot, let's box this in here. I can't believe that I forgot the other name that has an in it that I know. You know, some people named You know, there's some people named Dan, right? Dan is another name that ends with an. Okay. Now remember, in order to rhyme, these words have to end with these word families. Okay. The word families only come at the end of words. So the final sounds in the word. So I need uppercase D, don't I, friends? Because this is the specific name of someone. N. What is this word? It's D. Let's get our dots under here. It's Dan, isn't it? Dan. Very good. So let's box around this A-N, an. Okay, so we have van and we have Dan. Now let's do really awesome with a sentence that I'm going to write, and then we can take a little dance break, okay? So let's clear this off, and let's get a sentence up here. Now when I write a sentence, I know that I need to have, first of all, for my very first word, I need to have an uppercase letter, don't I, for that first letter. So the first letter of the first word of a sentence should always be uppercase, friends, okay? Let's take a look. So I want to write, I'm going to take a sentence from our video so you're familiar. Here we go. Let's take a look. Let's find all of those and words, first of all, that are in this sentence. What are all of those and words in this sentence? And I see Dan, Dan. I see and Jan, and I see and Dan, don't I? Very good. I'm looking for words that have an at the end. I know we have another word up there that has an somewhere else. I only want to look at the ones that have it at the end right now, or rhyming words. And this word does not rhyme with Dan, Jan, and Dan, does it? And van. It doesn't rhyme. Okay. So I have my an words underlined. We're going to read the sentence. Let's read the sentence. I'm going to stamp it with some stars as we read each word. Dan and Jan had a van. Very good. Dan and Jan had a van. Let's undo those stars. We're going to scoop it now. So with scooping, I call these scoops. When we scoop a sentence, it just means I'm making a nice, like a scoop underneath of my words to give me a good pace when I read, okay? So Dan and Jan had a van. And I read that kind of slow. Sometimes when I have friends saying thumbs up, my writing gets a little slower on my whiteboard. We're going to try it one more time. Dan and Jan had a van. Okay, and that's a good place to read that with. It looks like some waves, doesn't it? That sentence looks like it's making waves. All right. We've done such a great job with and. We are going to take a little dance break here. I like to play freeze dance. I know lots of friends like freeze dance. So some of you have never seen this one before or heard this one before, but some of you have, especially if you've been in my other classes. So let's take a look at this video. Hopefully you can get up and do a little moving around for these last 10 minutes, and we'll get back to some other reading here. All right, hopefully that got some moving, right? So we are going to go back to our whiteboard for a minute, okay? Let's go actually do that then. Let's change my background. I want to take a look at a friend here who actually has a name that begins with one of our vowel sounds. So the name of this animal hiding out behind me begins with one of our vowel sounds. So let's see if you know what animal this is. Move out of the way. What is he or she? That is a what? Who knows what it is? It's not a seal. Sometimes friends think it's a seal. It's an otter. You got it, Ryan. Good job. Yeah, nice job. It is an otter. So otter begins with what vowel? What vowel does this word begin with? What letter is that? It is O. Eloise says O. It is O. Yeah, a bunch of you say O, right? Otter does begin with O. So perfect. So I'm going to let him hang out behind me for a minute while we go over some more of our N words. I hope all of you got a little bit of brain movement in so you could be ready for the rest of our time here. We don't have too much time left, do we? Not too much time to go over things yet, so you better get hopping. So we're going to take this off, okay? We've been going over N words, okay? And then before that, we went over some AM words, didn't we? So let's see. I don't think we actually wrote this word yet. Let's get our an up here again. Okay. I don't think we wrote the word an. Oh, we had this one up here before, did we? Make sure you're boxing this in, especially if you're just getting used to these word families. If you're just becoming a reader, it's very helpful to box in the letters in our word family, okay? It helps you to read through those more quickly because they're more easily recognizable, okay? We have tan, okay? And what is our vowel in tan? What vowel is in these AN words? It's A, isn't it, friends? Yep, you got it. Good job, it's A. Tan. All right, and let's make a nonsense word, actually. We're going to write a nonsense word, which is a word that we don't use in sentences and we don't really use when we talk in English, but we can still read it, okay? It just doesn't really make any sense to us. It doesn't have any meaning. But we can read any word, can't we? If we know our letter sounds and we know how letters come together to make different sounds, we can read anything, friends, which is awesome. It's awesome to be a reader. It's so important to be able to read words and read information, okay? It's how we know things, isn't it? How we know things without someone telling us. Okay, so this word has z, doesn't it? We don't get a lot of words with our z sound at the beginning. The z, and, and. It's the word zan, isn't it? Zan. The whole thing here. Zan is our word. Perfect. Everyone is doing such a good job. It's so impressive that you're coming to this class during the last part of your summer and spending an hour learning more about letters and words and reading. Give yourselves a little pat on the back for that. Maybe 2 pats here, friends. Pats on the back. Because you're very dedicated students. And I know that just by the fact that you're coming to this class. So, terrific. Okay. So, am and an, we've gone over those. I want to come back to our main screen for a minute. I want to go back over vowels again, just because, like I mentioned, it's so important that you know these vowels, okay? So let's clap those again. Clap all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. My water's eating my fingers, isn't it? Maybe the otter's trying to eat my fingers here. All right, so let's go ahead and clap those vowels again. Ready? A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Once, okay, friends, keep practicing for 1 second. I am going to just take a look at something real quick. All right. All right, nice job, friends. So I hope you're keeping those vowels in mind and doing a great job with those, okay? I want to remind everyone that I don't really get to look at the chat too often. It's just a very busy place, but I do want to remind you, and I know we have a lot of younger kiddos out there, so they're not, when you're doing such an awesome job typing words in the chat to me that have to do with things that we're going over, I love it. It's so awesome. Thank you so much. I do want to remind friends, though, that if there are some of us on who are able to spell words and we're making some inappropriate words on my chat, I'm going to have to remove you from the class right away, okay? You won't be able to come back. So if you were here to learn with us, which is what we're all here to do, you're going to have to refrain from doing that, okay? Keep those words in your head, which I don't know if that's a great thing, but don't put them in our chat, okay? This is a learning environment, and we're a clean learning environment. We are here to learn awesome stuff together. So we are learning an and am today. We're learning vowels. We're learning letter sounds. We're getting those put together so we can be awesome readers, okay? And that's what we're doing. So on that note, I think we're gonna go back real quick to our whiteboard just for 2 seconds, and we are going to write some words. We're just gonna do a couple here. So we're gonna look at am and an. I'm gonna separate these with a line here, okay? Am, and then on the other side, we're going to have an, A-N. Okay, so let's just put one up. I'm going to throw this out to you, and you can, hopefully you'll know in your mind where this goes. Does it go under am, or does it go under an? So I want to say the word can. Which one would I put that word under? Can. Would it go under am? An. Or would it go under an? Let's say it again. An. It goes under an, doesn't it? C-A-N. Can. How about the word Sam? Sam, I had some friends out there whose names are Sam. Sam. So Sam, would it go under am or an? Let's say it again. Sam. That's going to go under am, isn't it? Nice job, friends. Joanna says it's going under am. Yes, it is. Perfect. So that's kind of a fun little game you can play at home. You can make some columns just like I did, an am and an an column, and maybe you could think about words that would go under each one just to help you remember and help you spell, okay? So just a nice little activity that you can do by yourself. So perfect. All right, friends, we are running out of time here. I think that we are going to go ahead and, okay, end our class, and then I'm going to see you back tomorrow. So we are out of time. We're coming back tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. You're doing an awesome job. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Okay, to wash those hands. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, friends. Nice job. Bye, friends.
I did 100 hands. I did 100 hands. Impressed?
I would be even more impressed when now you have all the energy in your brain to finish the exercise. Don't do that on my bed. Remember, my bed is not for kung fu. You do it.
Yeah. Not too close.
Okay, fine. You don't want to finish the rest.
I